Hi, this is Cheryl. I was just listening to some music for inspiration. That's what I do before I do a tarot reading. And today I decided to put on my Motor City Tattoo Expo shirt. I went there in 2013. And I have a lot of tattoos. I was counting them, and I have 12. Well, one's kind of a bunch of tattoos, but I just counted as one tattoo. And I'm getting a cover-up done, it's in the works right now. I got the beginnings of it done, and I'm gonna get the rest of it eventually. I like to get tattoos. I hadn't gotten a tattoo in quite a while, and I like tattoos. And I'm sure after this one I'll get more eventually. Ideas. So I didn't okay, just 1 minute. Spirit, what do we need to know today? Okay. Now, okay, I got 3 decks that I was drawn to today. I put a lapis lazuli rock on top of the decks, and that's a blue rock, and that's good for your throat chakra. And I usually carry that with me. I carry a lot of rocks with me, but okay, the first deck I'm gonna pull cards from is the energy deck. I have been wearing band shirts every day, but today I decided to wear a tattoo shirt. I almost wore, the first concert I ever went to was Robert Plant, and I almost wore that shirt, but then I decided on this one. I love going to concerts. That's like one of my favorite things. Hopefully I'll get to go to some this year. I really want to see Hailstorm and Disturbed. Those are 2 that I want to go see. Whoa. And I lit all my candles. My long lighter that I use isn't working, but I used my lighter, and it was kind of hot on my finger, but I lit the candles anyways. Okay, endless possibilities, a deep breath. A merry motive and great info. Okay, we got 4 energy cards. Okay, number 38, endless possibilities. And that is light energy. Intuition, vision, imagination, presence, or prescience, knowing, perception, and mental states. Key concepts. Unlimited potential, moving beyond limiting beliefs and the filter of an unhealed past, using your awareness to discern what is possible and having the courage to leap beyond even that. You look at the world through the lens of your life experiences, personality, and conditioning. That filter determines whether you believe in an abundant universe of endless possibilities or various degrees of limitations and infinite range of options. When your expectations, unconscious or otherwise, are based on lack, it's difficult to see what is truly available to you. Today, ask yourself what you believe. Are there limitless potential outcomes to align your energy with? Do you know intuitively that there is more to life than meets the eye, and are you willing to act on that knowledge? As you believe, so it will be for you. As your energy will attract its match in the outer world, conditions meet expectations. Either your world remains the way it is in various forms, yet essentially unchanging, or you become more. Everything shifts as you open yourself up to a greater version of you and a more meaningful life, discovering opportunities that better reflect your true self. This is the nature of your dynamic relationship with the divine. Today, stand with open arms, knowing that you are stepping into beauty, into experiences that are potent and transformative. You are walking past the line that you and others drew long ago, leaping over what was and toward what will be. You are more than you were. Now, what is that you want? The treasure is yours. You just need to believe it. Card number 7. A deep breath, and that is, let's see what energy that is. That's earth energy. Money, family, inherited traits, survival, primitive instincts, security, stability, and the material world. Key concepts. A genuine expectation of danger, projection of a threat without substance, fight or flight mode, inability to focus, trusting in the universe as a way to release fear. Fear is asking for your attention and healing right now. You or another are operating from the position of fear. If you also see red flags, you might be headed towards genuine danger, perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. You can honor this kind of fear by saying thank you and protect yourself by choosing another path. In this moment, you have all it takes to make this shift. If, on the other hand, the fear surrounds the idea of taking a risk, be mindful. Radical trust and accepting the discomfort of the new is called for you as you move out of your comfort zone. Ask for courage to take a leap into the unknown and know that all will be well. But know that all will be well doesn't mean all you have come to expect. Stories from the past may be molding your expectations right now and causing fear based on anticipated hurt. Don't isolate yourself or fall for the false idea that life is too painful and engaging with it should be avoided. How about loving that side of you that is afraid, acting out and causing all this unnecessary commotion? You will never be happy if this small part of you controls your life, as it will if you allow it. However, remember to be gentle with yourself and others. Once you let go and relax into your life, everything looks brighter and friendlier. Today, choose love over fear. You'll be amazed when you do. Okay. Card number 20. A merry motive. And that is fire energy. Personal power, will, assertiveness, action, vitality, movement, individualization, and extreme states. Joy, anger, transformation. Key concepts. Knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates, the wisdom behind your intentions. You've chosen a path, you've set an intention, and you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, but do you know the why behind this drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing, or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you or you feel about yourself? You must choose to be in the flow of the experience, relishing the moment. Surrender your expectations to a higher power rather than being guided by your limited self. The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus, because that's where energy will flow. If you are resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. If you are envious of others, competitive, and overly ambitious, you will always feel if you are not enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, it has an uncanny way of multiplying in your life. So if you're unsure about your motives, the results will be just as unclear. Dig deep to understand your why. If your true desire is to experience X, let go of your attachment to the form that X is supposed to come in. Make sure your motive is merry and joyful, clear and honest, aim true. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is a perfect match for your intention. It always does. And the last energy card is number 4, Great and Full. And that is Earth energy again. Key concepts. The mindful practice of gratitude, knowing that you are enough, committing to your intentions, a sense of sufficiency, letting go of attachment to form. Before you can begin to understand the process of manifesting your desires, You need to practice deep gratitude and the willingness to share that with others. This is the true nature of prosperity. It's not about the things you accumulate at all. It's about how you feel. You're invited to surrender to an important truth. There is always enough for you. There's enough time to do the things you need and desire to do, enough opportunities to express your talents and connect to your purpose, and enough magic circulating through the invisible world into the visible. Begin your day immersed in gratitude for everything you have and everything you can't yet see. The unmanifest, which begins with every breath you take. Know that you are enough and all your needs are being fulfilled, even if you doubt this in some moments. No one's success can make you feel small, and comparing yourself to others never works. Your life is brimming with unique potential. Focus on that. When you hold this feeling of gratitude, it acts as a magical open sesame to the floodgates of abundance. Couple that with a playful sense of detachment, and you'll find that miracles have an uncanny way of showing up in your life. Your intentions burst forth into reality with little effort on your part. There's hope brimming with potentiality. It's okay that you don't always trust this. You're not alone in holding the candle high for transformation. Right now, contemplate how being in the energy of enough makes you feel. Eventually, you will have no attachment to what you do or do not manifest in the material world, what you do not have. Then, like magic, you have more than enough. What a fascinating universe we live in. And that is the energy reading for today. And the next deck I'm going to do is the Halloween Oracle. Get some coffee. Kind of a routine when before I do tarot reading, I drink some coffee, go outside, have a cigarette. I know that's bad, but that's my routine. And then I light some candles and some incense, and I have sage incense going. And then I just pick out the decks that I'm drawn to for the day. But I like sitting outside because, like, I can see my neighbors and I can look at nature, the birds, and I don't know, I think last night when I was outside I saw a rabbit and I see squirrels and I don't know, I think sometimes people spend too much time on their phones and not enough time like just living life and looking at nature. And sometimes when I go outside I listen to music and sometimes I don't. But I like to be outside and I can't wait till it's warmer out, sunnier. Didn't always like to be outside. Like when I was younger, I didn't really like to be outside that much, but now I do. But I've always been really into music my whole life. That's like been a big part of my life. When I was young, I used to have music posters all over my room. Listen to music all the time. I had one of those Walkman cassette players, and then I had a disc player. This deck is not saying much today, except one thing. Okay, we got two cards. We got the Witch and Scrying. The Witch. Earth, air, fire, water, a woman lovely, a woman strange, weaver of the worlds, moon's daughter, witch, the catalyst for change. Witches have had a bad PR day for a couple millennia now. Originally, the healers were a cunning woman of the village. The very word witch comes from the Celtic word wiki, meaning weaver or wise. When the new religion of Christianity spread through the land, the custodians of the old pagan ways, in part, witches were labeled as evil and, as we knew from history, persecuted. They were driven underground or under the night sky into the shadows of misunderstanding and darkness. However, for the purpose of Halloween, let's look at witches as the weavers of magic and change. Through spells and rituals, and even through herbal recipes, yes, often brewed in a cauldron, they weave the powers of this world and the next in synergy to solve the problems and heal. Holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life and that magic is indeed afoot. You must understand that you have power and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power and that they may not appreciate or like the changes as you grow. Be prepared for this and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. And Scrying. Soften your eyes, begin the trance, whole worlds are open, begin the dance. Scrying is a divination technique of seeing unconscious images or images from the divine or supernatural appear with or upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal ball, a black mirror, water, even the surface of ice. It is a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on Samhain Halloween. The keys to effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, soften your gaze, and allowing. The enemy of effective scrying is distraction, both from inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights anywhere where you can see them, any music, and if you are scrying outdoors, take the time to settle into the environment and listen to all the noises so that your mind will not need to break your focus later. It is also vitally important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise, you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have a specific question for the scrying medium, state it up front. Then once you feel relaxed, turn your focus inwards. Imagine pulling your energy within you and focus on the third eye point, the chakra point on the center of the forehead, just above the eyebrows, and imagine opening it. Then gaze in a soft, unfocused way at your scrying surface and simply allow images to form and observe what presents itself to you. Do not engage your rational mind. This is about receiving, not thinking. Should you pull a scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. It also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes a balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. And that is the cards from that deck. And the last deck I'm going to do is the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. Has a shiny purple outside, but it's kind of wore out a little bit. Purple is my favorite color. I like to do tarot. It's relaxing, and I don't know, I post videos, so I hope I can help people, because I know everybody goes through things, and some people go to counselors, and I go to a counselor too, but that helps. But sometimes it's good to just hear messages. I listen to other tarot readers, and I just listen to whatever I'm drawn to at the time. Like, it's good to have variety in your life. Like, I don't, like, go to bed at a certain time or wake up at a certain time. It just depends on the day and what's happening for the day. And it's good to have variety in your life. Like, do different things and take classes. Like, I'm taking a class today. Do things that you enjoy. It's good to work hard too at work, but it's good to do things in your free time that you enjoy and that lights you up. But don't pack your schedule so full that you just can't breathe. Because that happens sometimes. You just have so much to do, and you have to just take some time out for yourself to do the things you like to do sometimes. Even if that means that you can't do certain things that you would like to do, but sometimes you just can't. And I know everybody has up days and down days, and that's part of life. But you just have to get through it. And the universe will bring the right people into your life at the right time. We got 4 cards. The Paranormal, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the High Priestess. Okay. Paranormal, Curiosity. Okay. I learned the hard way that there are some things that should remain a mystery and should be left alone. Of course, discover which is at your own risk. Keyword is curiosity. These beautiful sisters gather around and initiate a seance to contact a spirit that has been lingering in their home for a long time. This spirit is an intruder, a nuisance, an entity that does nothing but annoy and frustrate people. The redheaded and blonde sisters are very sensitive and they are scared. They warn their brunette sister about the consequences of meddling with the unknown. Of course, the brunette sister, who is far braver and tougher than her 2 sensitive siblings, and who initiated the seance in the first place, disregards their advice and proceeds to contact the spirit to cast it out of their home for good. It's upright. In reading, this card represents a dire need to figure something out. Things are a mystery to you and you may not be able to solve it. There's a calling from the unknown that summons your attention. Follow it and see what you discover. A bit of skepticism clouds your beliefs and you feel that you must prove something right or wrong. Either or, don't step on anybody's personal beliefs. And that's important. Like, everybody has their own beliefs and you should honor that. Nobody's the same. Everybody's unique and they have their own beliefs, and you should just honor everybody else's beliefs, even if you don't agree with it. Everybody has their own way. Okay. 10 of Cups. Don't be too judgmental of people. I am finally emotionally satisfied and secure. Everything I have acquired complements my feelings and emotions. Keyword is contentment. And all these cards came in the upright. This book does read reversals, but they're all upright today. So, Flora is the goddess of flowers in springtime. She sits in the beautiful and radiant garden where the flowers come to life and speak to her, as well as entertain her by singing and dancing. She receives from them a sense of security and relief, allowing her to feel that she is all right and happy, and that she has done a wonderful job of pampering them. She no longer needs something to keep her satisfied. The simple fact that she's around these living plants, having done everything in her power to maintain and keep them fresh, is enough to make her feel whole. This card represents a permanent, everlasting, happy ending of a different kind of emotional completion. You feel emotionally content with all that you have around you. Savor the present and what you are feeling now. You are starting to count your blessings, and you are thankful for all that you have. This could also represent a family gathering or reunion. In regards to family, you will need to commit love, time, and attention to your family and friends. Ten of Swords. It was if I was pierced by multiple razor blades all over my body. I was walking in quicksand, but now it's all over. Keyword is finality. A beautiful Gothic young girl sits inside an underground Mexican graveyard in Guanajuato, better known as Catacomb, where countless bodies of diseased Aztec Indians are laid to rest. This does not scare her, but she is in a place where she must embrace countless skulls that are not attached to skeletons. The skulls remind her that all the problematic situations that were taking a toll on her ability to live. As a result of breaking through her problems, those events are finally finished. Butterflies remind her that she is now able to move on with her life. She has survived and needs to prepare for what is ahead for her. This card represents something that is far from done. What you have been dealing and struggling with is over. You no longer need to live in pain and suffering. Problematic situations will be experienced, but eventually they will come to an end. You have found a solution and an exit from all your problems. When this card is drawn, you will have to leave your problems and obstacles outside the door. And the High Priestess. The unknown is not revealed to you just yet, but what I know because I know. You see, I don't have to know because I already know. Keywords, inner wisdom. This beautiful and serene priestess, standing in a field full of greenery, carries an open book that appears old and useless. When she looks into this book, she closes her eyes and waits for a few minutes until mystical writings appear throughout the pages, and in turn, she is able to see it in her mind. These writings are not something she has fabricated, but they are from a divine source that only she has contact with and understanding of. How she managed to read and understand this book is still a secret, one that only she knows. Much like a goddess, she sees all but tells none. Not only that, she is very intuitive. Also, if anyone were to explore the book she holds, it would take years, if not millenniums, to read and understand it. Our priestess has read the book, not just once, but many times before, and she has managed to understand it well. Now she comes to help others to get in touch with the wisdom that resides inside their hearts. This card advises that the answers to your questions are hidden from you and is now the right time for you to look for them. The more you look for hidden solutions, the more additional things you will uncover. What's hidden from you is not too hard to find. It just requires patience. Of course, with the wrong question comes a wrong answer, but with your right question, you receive a right answer. This card also indicates that your intuition is required. Spiritual guidance is before you. And that is the cards for today. And if any of this resonates with you, that's great. I really enjoy this channel and seeing what messages come up for the day. And you can go back to any of my old readings and maybe some messages will come up. Sometimes I go back to them myself and they help. I know that some of them had dates on them. They're all like named different, but if you're drawn to a certain one, you can listen to that and it might help you. And there's other tarot readers too out there that have good messages. So just whatever you're drawn to, just listen to. And thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.